Hey, this is Cooler, and he's going to do a air filter swap, and I'm going to use this K&N air filter to replace the OEM. It's 33, 23, 26 is the number on this air filter. That's the one you're going to need from the store. I picked it up at Pet Boys. This is what it looks like when you get it out. It has this cut down on the side running across here like that, and that's what the one that's going to come out of there looks like. I'll have to open this package up. Hopefully I can do that without any trouble. There she comes. Okay, what you're going to need is a Phillips head screwdriver. It's the only tool you're going to need. First off, you're going to want to disconnect the electrical, but as you can see I have a quick disconnect right here for the battery, so I don't have to disconnect the battery every time. I can do it on the fly. Just press this little button down here and pull back, and off she comes. And you want to pull it out. You won't be needing any screwdriver to do that. You just pull it up like that, set it to one side like this. Then you take your Phillips head screwdriver and loosen the snorkel, because you're going to have to push that off. Okay. Now what you're going to do is take your two thumbs and just press it off. Well, in this case I'm going to have to try it a little different. Hold back on it and just push it off with this other hand here. Okay, now it's disconnected. Now you have two snaps in front of the battery here. All you have to do is now disconnect these two snaps down here. I don't know if you can see them, but you will if you're going to do this job. And then lift it right off from where the snaps were. There we go. Set it aside. Let's just set it over here. And here is your air cleaner. Original equipment, Denso. 17801 311280. Denso, made in Japan. I hope you can see that because I'm not behind the camera. Let's take a look and see what we got here. I don't see any dirt hardly at all in here. There's a couple specks there. When you see it like that, and you're in there anyhow, just take it. If you're going to put it back in, just slap it like that a little bit. It'll knock some of that dirt out. And just set this down here like so. And let's take a look at how that goes in there. Okay. And what we're going to do is this part that is deep, see, like this, right across here, that will go down first. Another thing I think I need to do, just going to set this here, I'm going to go get a can of air that you dust with. Just a second. This thing is pretty empty, but it's called the Ultra Duster. If you see any dirt down in the air cleaner housing down here, just spray it out. Like that. Right around the edges where it's going to seal up. Okay, now that's taken care of. Now we'll just set this on down in there. There we go, just drop right in. We'll put this old air cleaner that came out of the car, original equipment, back in the box. Well, if it will fit in the box. It's actually bigger than the box, but it looks like it's fat. Okay, there it goes. Just push it on down in there, because there's nothing wrong with it. And we'll see what kind of the gas mileage we'll get with this. If the gas mileage drops off, you want to put the original equipment back in. If your horsepower increases, which I don't see that you need horsepower on this car unless you're going to race it, but I want to see if I'm going to get better mileage, gas mileage. Okay, now you need these two snap-ins. You just put them in here. You can't see it, but just snap that back in there where it came from. I'm going to lift this out of the way. Well, here's what we're going to do. Show it clean. Like that. Just put that back in there like that. Put the snorkel back on. Okay, now there's a little snap there. Now once you do that, then you set this down here. Okay, they're both in. Drop it down in. Put your snaps on the front, back on. There we go. Okay, it's all on. Now what you want to do is tighten down your clamp, your wire clamp. The last time I said C clamp. I meant worm clamp. That's what we used to use in the old days. Now they're using these wired clamps on here. Like I said on the other installation on the IQ air cleaner, you can see where this was threaded. On this screw where you tighten down the snorkel, just tighten it down where you don't see those any longer, and then you'll feel it as it tightens to a point where it doesn't feel like it wants to go any further, like that. And then you test it to see if it's gonna, if it's loose, it's not loose. Okay, one thing you don't want to forget is put your electrical back on, or you're going to get an engine code come out if it's not plugged in. So we plug it back in, hear it snap, and then put this wire back in its place on top of the housing where it snaps in here, keeps it in place. And we have our old air cleaner in the K&N box, and it's done. So this is cooler and the Scion TC RS 8.0. We're finished on installing a K&N air filter. So see you later. Bye bye.